Jade had always been the quiet one, the kind of girl who blended into the background so well. It was like she'd mastered the art of invisibility. In class, she sat near the window, head down, her notebook perfectly neat, every word written with calm precision. She rarely spoke unless someone asked her something directly, and even then, her voice was soft, barely above a whisper. At lunch, she always chose the same empty corner table, surrounded by noise but untouched by it. Teachers liked her, classmates barely noticed her, and that was exactly how she wanted it. Being unseen felt safe, predictable, until the day they noticed her. It began quietly, a bump in the hallway that sent her books tumbling, followed by laughter that trailed behind her. Then came the whispers, the mocking smiles, the small things that built up like tiny cuts. Jade kept her head down, telling herself that ignoring it would make it stop. It always had before, but this time it was different. The torment wasn't random. It was deliberate. 3 seniors, led by Courtney, the kind of girl who ruled the halls with beauty and cruelty in equal measure, had decided that Jade's silence wasn't shyness. It was defiance, and they were going to break it. Jade had just finished washing her hands in the dimly lit girls' bathroom when the door creaked open behind her. The echo of laughter bounced off the tiles, sharp, cruel, and deliberate. Courtney stepped in first, followed by Maddie and Lex, their glossy hair and heavy perfume announcing them like a warning. "Hey, mouse!" Courtney sneered, leaning against the door to block Jade's way out. Her tone dripped with venomous amusement. "You think you're better than us, huh? Sitting there with your perfect grades, your quiet little face, like you're too good for everyone?" Jade said nothing. Her hands were still wet, her reflection steady in the mirror. She met Courtney's glare without blinking. Calm, silent, unshaken. That silence, that composure, only made them angrier. Lex stepped forward, her smirk fading into something darker. She grabbed Jade's arm, fingers digging hard, and shoved her toward the last stall. The door banged against the wall. "Drink it!" Lex hissed, pointing to the toilet. "Since you think you're so clean and perfect, let's see how perfect you feel after this." Jade stumbled, but she didn't fall. Slowly, she straightened up, eyes locked on theirs, and in that moment something shifted. For the first time, she really looked at them, not as monsters, but as scared, insecure girls, desperate to feel powerful in someone else's humiliation, and that realization changed everything. She took a slow, steady breath. Something inside her cracked, but it wasn't fear. It wasn't weakness. It was resolve, sharp and unshakable. Jade straightened her posture, her voice calm yet commanding. "I wouldn't do that if I were you." Courtney laughed, loud and mocking. "What are you gonna do, Mouse? Squeak at us?" That was her mistake. Before anyone could blink, Jade moved, fast, fluid, and deliberate. She twisted her arm out of Lex's grip with surprising strength, seized her wrist, and swept her leg in one clean motion. Lex hit the floor hard. The air knocked from her lungs. Maddie lunged next, wild and uncoordinated, but Jade ducked low, pivoted, and drove her elbow into Maddie's ribs. The impact sent her crashing against the row of sinks, the sound echoing through the bathroom. Courtney froze, eyes wide, the smirk wiped clean from her face. Then she bolted for the door, but Jade was faster. She caught her by the collar, spun her around, and slammed her gently but firmly against the tiled wall. 30 seconds. That's all it took. Now, all 3 girls sat on the cold floor, gasping, makeup smudged, pride shattered. The room was silent except for their uneven breathing. Courtney looked up at Jade, tears streaking her mascara. Please don't tell anyone," she whispered. Jade stared at her for a long moment. No anger, no satisfaction, just calm certainty. She leaned down and said softly, "I didn't want to hurt anyone. but I won't be your victim." Then she walked out, calm, steady, unshaken, leaving behind 3 girls gasping in a silence they'd never known before. The echo of her footsteps felt louder than their screams ever had. By the next morning, word had spread like wildfire. Jade didn't speak about it. She didn't need to. The story traveled on its own. The quiet girl who'd taken down 3 seniors in a bathroom showdown. Some laughed in disbelief, some whispered in awe, but most looked at her differently now. Later that week, in the cafeteria, a younger girl tripped and dropped her tray. Food scattered across the floor, and the laughter started, sharp and cruel, the kind Jade once knew too well. But this time, Jade stood up. She walked over without hesitation, knelt beside the trembling girl, and helped her gather the spilled food. The room fell silent. The same bullies who used to laugh now looked away, and in that small, quiet act of kindness, stronger than any fight, Jade proved something no rumor ever could. Real strength isn't about striking back. It's about standing tall when others try to tear you down.